So obviously you're a very involved cricketer, and also the kind of work that goes in as a captain with the teams. But when you're not playing cricket, when you're not traveling with the team, or even if you're traveling with the team, what is the downtime? What does Nigar Sultana do in her downtime, in her own space? And do you have your own space, or is it still every time is allotted to family get together, family parties, or trainings, or how do the 24 hours look like for you?
uh, when I'm not playing any tournament or anything, so that time obviously I'm always try to attend at least a single session for practice, at least fitness or gym or like batting. So more or less I'm very good at like doing gym and everything because I love doing gym. But otherwise I'm trying to give my family a lot of time because I know they are very precious for me and they really wanted to get some time from me some every time. But stay away from home sometimes. What happened, like I'm listening song, I'm really love watching movies, especially horror and animation, and series definitely. So I'm very obsessed with series.
Horror and animation. That's a
Yeah.
lovely combination to have. I mean, horror and animation. So, is it for fun or is it for excitement? Which way is it going? This horror and animation combination.
Sometimes like I really want to get afraid sometimes. And what I have done for the last 2 days back, like I started watching a horror movie and it was in the day. So I locked my doors and everything. I'm trying to make it real actually. Like a cinema theater and I'm watching it because I really don't want any interruption when I'm watching a movie because I want to see each and every scene and I want to hear every dialogue. So I'm very involved when I'm watching a movie. So I'm trying to make a like scenario in my room, like I'm watching a movie properly. So yes, animation, like I'm enjoying animation a lot. But horror, I really love watching horror. But sometimes, I actually trying to make people like, yes, I'm very brave, but I am not too much because I was screaming every time when something happened suddenly in the horror movies. But I really enjoyed it.
If I have to ask you, do you remember your first cricket bat, or your first kit, or your first time anyone took you to the ground apart from your brother, or who followed you and encouraged you? Do you remember your first cricket bat? Who gave you?
Yes, yes, definitely. My brother actually bought it for me. My father gave that the money because my brother was a student that time, so he hasn't got that money. So, and it was very difficult for my parents actually because I came from a middle class family. So my father was the only uh, option for the family to income and everything. So my brother was a student, my sister was a college going student. So that time, and cricket is a very expensive sport, I
Yeah.
think. So, but they handled it very nicely. So they never asked anyone else for any help. Maybe they were sacrificing a lot of things. I know that, but they never actually exposed those things. I know how difficult it was for them to support me. Buying, I think buying those bats, buying those kits, and obviously sometimes I have to travel a lot of places for cricket, and they were arranging the money and give me the ticket of the bus, and I think it was very difficult. It's the exact amount of money we have to they have to look after my like other siblings and the other things, so it was very difficult. So yes, it was not that expensive bat, but I think I was loving it because it was the first time I have my own bat, so it was very special.
You must have also played cricket in the backyard where, whoever gets the bat gets to bat first, or whoever is on the non-striker end has to hold a stick and run between the wickets in case there is
Yeah,
only one bat amongst all the friends.
you know what happened with me? Sometimes who knew about me, like I'm Jyoti, like I'm someone, like my brother name was Shomrat. So Shomrat's sister is okay. Then they allowed me to play because I was a girl. So they actually not allowed me to sometime. But sometimes who actually don't know about me, they said, no, I'm not, we are not going to take a girl for playing cricket. So that time I said, okay, you come to our like village and I will show you. who I am. This kind of thing.
Okay, now since it's a Doodh Bhaat thing, let's go to some rapid fire questions with you, which are very simple, but we want to know more about Nigar Sultana. So when she wakes up in the morning, what is it that she has? A glass of juice, a Doodh Bhaat, tea, coffee, or said nothing? I'm just going training.
I think when I just get up from bed, I'm watching my phone first.
So if there has to be another sport which we say that Jyoti is fond of, which is that sport?
I don't know actually, because I never been playing something else, but I love watching also like long tennis. Like
Hmm.
Serena Williams is my favorite player. So maybe.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. She is. So if you have to pick a batting partner amongst your 7, 8 batters that go around and bat with you, or even your other bowlers who bat with you, if you say, okay, this is the batting person, this is the person I can bat long as, who is that going to be?
I think I have two choices in the different formats. For ODS, I think definitely Farzana of Pinky because she is the best batter right now in ODI format. And in T20s, I think Mushida Khatun Happy, the opener batter, left-hander, and because she is very calm and relaxed during the games, and she was like, when she actually got me as a partner, she was like, "You play, I'm here for you." So we had a very good combination.
Which is your favorite cricket ground?
Right now, I think our national cricket stadium, Mirpur Shere Bangla, because we were playing. I was playing there for and winning a series against Pakistan and making a draw against India. I think it was quite special.
If you get time to go on a vacation, where would you like to go?
Definitely, I think Saudi Arab for Mecca. Definitely, I want to see Mecca because as a Muslim, I'm dreamed about like I'm going to Hajj one day and I will see Saudi Arab.
So, considering that Hajj is done, all the prayers or the religious places are touched upon, and the Almighty is thanked, if you could go on a vacation, where would you go and what will you do? What is it that first thing that
I
Jyoti would
think
want
New
to do?
Zealand, New Zealand, because I've been there and it was very, very beautiful. And
Very
second
beautiful.
option would be obviously West Indies, a
Wow.
very beautiful place.
Excellent. Excellent. Have you been to the West? I think you would have been to the West
Yes,
Indies.
2018 for the
Yes.
T20 World Cup.
Yes. It's beautiful and it's massive as well. Right. If you have an option of staying at home or hanging out with friends, which one would you choose? You want to stay at home? This I know. Like and go out with my friends as well.
Actually, I love to stay at home because my parents were there, and so the people I love, they all coming into our house, and we do like gossiping and everything, chill, having teas and having food. So definitely stayed home,
Do
and
you
especially going out, and there are a lot of people know me right now, so I couldn't get much time with my family. There are a lot of people come and questioning a lot of questions, so I think there is no privacy outside right now.
I know you must be following a nice diet as well, but do you have some good food or ice creams or sweets or delicacies that you always want to go and have, irrespective of what you're doing? Ice
No, I
cream.
love cakes. I love cakes, but it was like no, not cakes. I think I love drinking Coke too much, but I had to quit it just because of my cricket. So my mother used to say, like, if I cut your vein, there is no blood. It will come out with Coke.
So we are not too far by saying that you've become such a nice, calm, composed captain because all these responsibilities make you towards it. So in all this way, I'm sure you would have your brother keeps giving you very good advice. We've already heard that. But is there any other piece of advice that you've received and has always remained with you, even if it's from your family or brother or anyone?
See, I got a very nice advice from our one former coach named Anju Jain, India from India. So
Yeah,
yeah, she was working with us for 2.5 years, I think. So 2 years, 2018, 19, 20, 3 years. Sorry,
yeah.
3 years. So she was very strict person, and but she was a very very nice coach. So I admired her a lot. But she was saying once like, uh, see, you have to be stick with your strength. Don't go beyond with it. Just believe in yourself and go for it. And you know, when you dream it, you will do it. So So just think about it. So it was the greatest advice I have ever received from a coach.
So before we say thank you and really finish this, but I want to ask you, how naughty have you ever been when you've been on a tour, or have you been ever naughty, like getting out of the hotel, going out partying, or even with your friends going out to have a meal or have coke, or what does naughtiness mean to you? Or have you ever done something which has not been permitted?
See, Anjum, I have done a lot of things that I cannot reveal in front of me.
Absolutely fine. Done, taken. That's exactly what we wanted to know. Because it will be so boring if you haven't.
Yeah, it's always feels satisfying when you break the rules. What I felt actually, and what's going on in the team. Whenever we really wanted to do something naughty, they always called me because they know that I'm going to handle somehow. I'm going to handle, and I will manage the coaching staff or the manager. So they called me like, we really wanted to do this, but if you are there, then we'll go. Otherwise, no. I said, okay, that I'm going to be the like person who you throw me into the hole. Okay, no problem. I will go for it. No problem. So this is the happening. Yeah, I have done some
Did you
quite
get
things
caught?
that
Have you ever got caught?
no. This is the
That's
best
excellent.
thing. I never got caught. But after this interview, I think my manager will put a CC camera in front of my door when I get into a
No,
tour.
no, no chance. Cricketers are very smart. They always know which is the exit route.
This is the thing. You know what happened? In an incident I could share with you. So it was too late. So we were there, like outside in a garden in South Africa. There is a very nice garden. So we were there. We were talking, 4 5 girls. So it was like 12 o'clock almost. So our manager's room was in front of elevator. So we cannot go through the elevator. So we are taking the stairs. But
Yes.
we all were like this. We can't even think. We couldn't think like stairs. Like we have to climb a lot of stairs. So we did that, and we are like, no. Next time we're not going to do that. So
No. You always have to have that childish activities alive, even if you're in a dressing room or not on the
yeah,
park, but at least in the team bus. Believe me, we've got lots of stories which, as cricketers, we can share. Obviously, we won't say everything to everyone, and that's for everyone to experience themselves. But I'm very happy to know that you've actually broken the rules also, because the rules are meant to be broken.
yeah, and it's really really satisfying.
It is very satisfying, and I love this line. It's like satisfying. It's like raising a bat and appreciate, and the whole stadium is applauding for your half century and a century. And like, that is appreciation, but this is satisfaction.
Satisfying, definitely.
It's been absolutely brilliant, Nigar, having a conversation with you, because you are such a vibrant personality, which we always have known, but we wanted to get this thing out to the world. And apart from your cricketing accomplishments, keep this naughtiness, keep this childish activities alive, because that is what it gets the best out of us. When you're at the behind the stumps, so you can always pick on your players and say, I know exactly what you're doing. I've done that before. So please keep all these naughty activities alive.
I will definitely. Thank you so much.
All the very best in everything that you do, and make sure that you always believe that all of us are always wishing the best for you, your team, for your family, and everything. And the next time we cross each other on the ground, we'll share you some more stories, exactly what happens on the other side of the border, but in a very similar way.
Definitely, we will share and we will talk about, because there is no recording, no camera. So I will definitely share something naughty stuff that I have done, and but you cannot share with anyone.
No chance. There are some things which I've always maintained. What is discussed in the dressing room stays in the dressing room.
Stays in the
What is
dressing room.
discussed outside the cricketing environment stays in that environment. There is no
Yes,
match.
yes,
So that is obviously.
yes.
So the next time when we get together and have a coffee, tea, or doi bhat,
Doodh
we
bhat.
will doodh bhat. Sorry, doodh bhat. When we get together, I'm sure we'll exchange more stories. There's more that you need to know exactly what happens on this side of the fence as well, and then some more experiences that you can go and relive. Thanks very
Yeah,
much, Nigar Sultana, and all the very best. And please appreciate your mom for the curtains. They're lovely.
yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.